And my side hustle, in air quotes, if you're not watching this on video, my side hustle was able to supplement my husband's unemployment so that we never missed a bill and we never missed a wedding vendor payment and we never missed a college payment. And so I was very thankful for that. And the Lord, I think he knows that these things are coming and he has provision for that. And so during that time, it was growing and morphing and changing. And he shifted something in my brain that it's no longer a side hustle. This is your business. This is just because you're only working what most would consider part-time hours on it doesn't mean that it's not a full-fledged business. So don't demean what you're saying by calling it a side hustle.
Yeah.
Just call it a business. Call it what it is. It's a business. And so over the years, the Lord has just, again, been so gracious to put the right people in my path to call out things that they see that I'm good at and say, will you do this for me? Do you know how to do this? I'm like, well, yeah, I do it for myself. Well, can you do it for me?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And then that became another offer that I had. And so I built my own website and someone saw it and said, do you build websites? I'm like, I know how to build websites. Will you do that for me? Sure. So now I build websites for people and I've done lots of them. And same with podcast management. I did my own podcast and they're like, well, can you manage my podcast? Well, sure. And then the Lord literally dropped a podcast management business in my lap. And so I feel like if you are just in tune with where the Lord's leading you and you are trusting Him to bring the right voices into your life that can speak life over these areas that He has purpose for you in, it's just going to naturally go exactly where He has purposed for it to go. And you're living into your calling. And I just think that's beautiful.
Oh, so good. I love those huge, but well, tiny shifts, but
Yeah.
huge in the impact of that. Number
Yep.
one, of like, don't like we weren't meant to play small, right?
Yep.
Like you don't need to, oh, it's just a little side thing. Oh, it's no, like embrace these gifts that he gave you. And then I just love how you were obedient and bold to step out and be like, oh, yeah, I actually am good at this. And it's
Mhm.
okay to charge for it, because
It
I
sure
think
is.
that's one of the biggest things in people that I've worked with or just in this community, it's like they don't, and it's been a huge journey for me too, of
Mhm.
thinking, and especially when you're starting to talk about like a ministry or coming from a ministry background,
Yeah.
like people just, they have this, like you said, it's this stigma or this thing in the back of their mind, which is just the enemy, right? Telling them no, you can't charge for that. You're
Mhm.
not supposed to make money on that. Yes, of course we are. I was like literally the Proverbs 31 woman, right? I was just listening to a thing this morning just about, I mean, it's not the first time I've heard it, but I just love always just digging into that. She was an entrepreneur, you know.
Absolutely.
She used the gifts that she had and we're supposed to too.
Well,
So,
you look at the women in the New Testament that literally bankrolled Jesus' ministry.
yep.
It's because they had wealth.
Yep.
And the Bible says, I think it's in Proverbs, that we were given the ability to create wealth.
Absolutely.
So if we were given that ability,
Yep.
are we not supposed to use the abilities that God has gifted us with for His glory and His purposes? That includes building wealth.
Exactly. Yep. I love it.